Good evening, everyone. Good evening. From the top all the way to the bottom. What goes down must stay down. What comes up may come down. Well, it is a pleasure being back. Um, Welcome, everyone, here to the place of balance. 119th week. I am Fate's younger brother. As you know, Fate is the boss around here, and I am verified as a host, so I can do these things. So it is great to be able to share some time and some balance with all of you great people in the crowd. I believe in the thought that everyone is equal, the eminence of every individual, the almighty works of balance, the truth that'll define who a person really is, the righteousness of family, wisdom, influences, values, and guidance. But the belief that you don't have to be yourself for success is misleading. I believe in the power of love that holds us together. I believe in works of others that inspire us. I believe hope for it rescues us in moments of despair, ruination, and separation. But I believe in the forces that are called upon. Let's make the entire human race come together. Every action gets a warned with the reaction that affects a person one way or another. Whatever reaction occurs is meant to transpire. It'll lead oneself closer to their destiny. Thank you all for coming to the balance. This is on YouTube also. Well, how about we read the almighty paragraph? Gladly. Well, this is the almighty paragraph. Each time the pencil fell, a new one was born and risen. Each time water went down the drain, more water came out through the drain. As the scrolls of the tires and the belts continue to roll up, other chances and opportunities roll down before they are created into reality. And each time the heart of a person will end, the reign of their imagination and dreams and mind collapses into nothing. Almighty paragraph. Thank you. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So it is once again great to be back in the place of balance. I am Fate's younger brother, Mite. It's a pleasure to be with all of you. Really is. So, what humans are blessed with is a gift of our conscience. Not everyone has conscience. Not every person will have the conscience that we have. With our conscience, we are able to use it to get through many holes and doors. This conscience of ours is not inhabited by animals or, it could be. It could be with animals or with plants or anything, but the way we humans have it is special. It's different. It's not like anything else because we are able to process, examine, and figure things out a very special way through our brain and through everything we know. And boy, we do know a lot of things, isn't that right? So this we use our examination of everything we see. We are conscious humans. We are great human beings. We know what is around us. Make sure to observe it, apply it in many ways. And that's what makes us different from others. What can we get through this? Well, we know in life, occasionally we fall into mistakes or we fall into circumstances that we don't want to be in. It is true. Sometimes we are in places that we don't want to be in. And that is true, but for each time you're in somewhere you don't want to be, whether it be a place that you don't want to go to or a state of mind or something not going your way, instead of living in anger or being upset about it, look at it through a whole new perspective and see what will I get from this? You can get something out of anything because there's no such thing as nothing because nothing is something we all know that nothing is something it's common sense. But so when you don't want something, find something that you will take and learn from it. When you make a mistake, you want to learn from your mistake, right? You don't want to just move on and not know what you did wrong. And if you do that, you might want to change because if you think you will never make a mistake, then you're never going to learn anything. What are you going to learn? What are you going to make? You want to be perfect? What are we going to get if everything was perfect? We'd get nothing. Great things come from mistakes. Amazing things come from mistakes. In a perfect world scenario, we can say the animals that animals they don't build anything, they don't invent things, or they don't advance as a society as humans do, because animals they're living in instinct. They don't have the consciousness that we do, so they tend not to make mistakes. Their mistakes are mostly caused by outer beings. So that's why I'm saying in a perfect world with the animals, they don't make mistakes. They kind of live in instinct, which instinct is kind of binded to the ground and to just the ground in nature. So really, that's the perfect world. They don't advance in society because in their instinct, there's always a higher level of them. They just eat each other, building energy on that. That's a perfect world. Humans have the consciousness. We don't have anything to stop us but ourselves. We are our predators. We learn from our mistakes. We can advance through our mistakes. We advance through things we don't want. There's billions of people in the planet. More than that, I'm pretty sure. And with that amount of people, so much, not everything is going to go everyone's way. Instead, you can make it your way by advancing, higher aspects. You don't want to live stuck in your narrow mind. You don't want to be narrow minded. Once you're narrow minded, you're not open up to new opportunities, new things, or you're not finding the positives of it, or looking at what could come from it, or solutions. And if you're just stuck focusing on the problem, there will not be a solution. You are stuck. You are not learning from your mistake. You see, you want to learn from your mistakes, advancing from it. And it's okay to make mistakes because not everything in life will go our way. Bad things could be happening to us any week, Anytime, so be it. Let the storm hit us. Let the rain come down on us. Let it destroy our fires. Because what do we do when we lose our fire? What do we do? What do we naturally want to do? You want to bring the fire back. You will inhabit the knowledge of the rain had destroyed your fire. I'm gonna put my fire away from this rain. Really, you can learn something from pain. Pain is amazing. And I think pain is one of the best things in life because you can learn from it. You learn from pain. And sometimes you feel that pain is a mistake. Well, you're learning from pain. You learn not to touch things. Like, for instance, when you were younger, don't touch the stove. Don't touch the stove. And then what do you want to do? Ooh, look at the pretty little lights. You touch it and it hurts your little hand. But what do you get from it? From the pain in your finger, you learn not to touch the stove because it's burning. It's a hot stove. So you learn not to touch. That's learning from your mistakes. You're going to try to avoid making them, or maybe the next time you're going to go near a stove, you're going to try to be a bit more cautious by having your hand or your finger away from the fire because you will be burned by the stove eventually. That's something you got to embrace because what that means is mistakes will happen, accidents will occur, things will not go the way you want it to. But that's okay. You will learn, you will progress from these things. These things will help us, help mold us, and get the shape of the kind of people we're going to be. The advancement, that's how our society is different from other societies because we advance, we learn from our mistakes, and we grow further with all of our faults. All the people, we are all faulty, but we combine together, come together into something amazing, mesmerizing, and powerful. The greatness of all of us coming together, made into something that'll skyrocket the world. That's why it is so important to learn from your mistakes. And then you can help other people learn from their mistakes. Like you can become a teacher, a therapist, a life coach. These things you learn from your mistakes, and then some people even help others to learn from theirs. So many things you can do as humans. It's endless. Animals, they wish, but there's always a predator higher than them that will just, their nature tells them to eat them. Humans, we tend to eat each other, but you can learn from your mistakes. I'm not saying to eat each other now. I'm just saying you will advance and nothing should stop you. The only thing that will try to stop you is yourself. Because think about it. Why don't you go outside right now? See, you could go outside metaphorically or like in a perfect scenario. What I'm trying to say is you can go outside if you really wanted to. Honestly, no one is trying to stop you. No one is going to say, hey, he's going outside. Don't let him go outside. They can say that, but you're still going to go outside. They can block you, say don't pass. You just go around, under, or you move them. So you see, there will be obstacles, but ultimately, it comes down to us to make the move, to make the decision, to make the choice. We are the force that brings things to happen, to occur, and to go down. We are a magnificent force and definitely a force to be reckoned with. the mind. We are all powerful through our minds and through our capabilities. Learn yourself, learn who you are, see why it is good, make it greater, show it to the others. You can come together by coming together. You can learn from your mistakes by growing through the pain, by advancing through the pains that life will throw at you. The balance is real. The balance, my friends, starts with you. The balance starts with you. Do you hear me, my friends? Yes. Stand for the moment of sorrow and think to yourself of anything that causes pain, sorrow, remorse, or anything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you. Go ahead and search for a bag of chips and a bottle of water so we can get the chips and water going. Go ahead and get it, my friends. Go ahead. All right. Now you may find your seats. Thank you all for getting chips and water. So, as we know, this may be the first and last meal we shall devour. For some, it may burn. For others, it may open up the emptiness. But together, these chips will make us come together. Oh my gosh. All right. Pure juice. For every tears, there's laughter somewhere else. What is one's fortune? Maybe someone else's misfortune. But we all will come together, learn through our mistakes, and show each other our love. Show each other your love. We are all people under the sky, and we all deserve the best. We thank all of those in our lives for all that they do for us, helping us to become us. Our values, influences, and guidance. This occasion will come together in honor of them. What someone gets, someone else will get. Mm. Ladies and gentlemen, the balance here, this magnificent balance, this beautiful balance has come together. We are all going to follow this and come together. It's a model. Eat chips and drink water. The balance is not a god. We do not worship the balance. The balance is a symbol of peace that we will follow and work to become. The balance is not a symbol of worship. It is not a god. Really. We're all Christians here. So let that be known. We are not making a new idol to worship. The balance is just a mere symbol. Let it be known, my friends and family, and everyone in the crowd. Eat chips and drink water, please, and you come together. As we acquire our new lives, we learn to accept our differences and cherish every moment of our lives. We're going to come together. We're going to make others come together and live a new world and live our best life. The balance here has come together. Eat chips. I mean, the balance here has come together. They go home. Thank you. Thank you all very much for coming. I will be here all week, maybe even longer.